Hello, folks, and welcome back to The Last Starship. As you can see, since we've last filmed, there's an update, Alpha 14. Mainly, there's a couple big things that have been done. The biggest thing for me is that the wires and piping and all that stuff, you can have them cross over and they go where they're supposed to. It doesn't matter anymore. So you don't have to do any of that weird routing stuff. Not a big deal. I'm not going to spend time on that because that's as complicated as it gets. But if we go through here, arena mode is the new thing. You can see there's pipe crossing. Also, there's auto trade, which we'll talk about in a future video next week. But this one, where we have arena mode, I'm really excited about that. So we can click over here to arena mode, and what you can do is you can either select your own ship or search the community for different ships, and you can have them fight each other. Somebody recently commented about how fighting in this game is really hard because it comes out of nowhere really fast, and that's absolutely true, where it kind of goes through and builds itself up to be rather difficult. But we're going to go through here. So we're going to have these one from Johnny Struggles versus Rush. This one's AI controlled, and we can sit here and we can say, hey, this one we want to be player controlled. That one we're going to leave as auto for that, and then we can just hit battle, and we're going to jump into our battle mode here. So my ship right now, we have our enemy contacts. So we have 2 of our ships versus 2 of their ships. They're coming in. I'm going to pause this game real fast because I need to go ahead and get into tactical mode. We need to set ourselves here. Oh, God. Not maneuvering. Weapons. Everything's on auto. Fantastic. All right. And some of this stuff has changed in the meantime. So just something to be aware of. We'll get out of that mode, and you can see that we have a lot of stuff here, but there's actually not that much in the way of stuff firing on this particular ship. So I chose poorly. I'm already getting hit. We're getting absolutely lit up by these ships from afar because we don't have anything to fight back with. If we go over to them and take a look, you can see they have some railguns up front. They have some cannons, additional railguns, and they are coming in hot. We have no chance of surviving this. But what's fun about this is you can just kind of look around and see what your ship designs may or may not do, where the failure points are, how good your drones are at fixing up a ship while you're in combat, and all of that. So there's lots of kind of really fun stuff to look at here. You can see we are getting absolutely ripped apart. Here comes their guns. They're going to come starboard on us, and oh boy, we are in big trouble here. We are losing, our hull stability is going down. Our drones are doing their best to repair themselves, but it's definitely going down. Luckily, our oxygen and batteries haven't been hit, but we are getting rocked as we speak here. Look at this guy. Oh my goodness gracious. Just getting absolutely hammered by this. This ship's doing a number on us. It's firing here and also over there. My goodness. But this just becomes so much fun to play and just see how your designs work or see how they stack up against other people's designs. There's so much going on here that it makes it very, very enjoyable to just kind of battle it out and see what's going on. Now I'm going to exit this one because there's no reason not to. So we have all of that set. There's lots of cool stuff you can do here. Taking a look at some of the other things, there's more language support, which is fine. They updated the survival mode. So a lot of the things that we had there are no longer there. Also, there's kind of some of the critical shortages here. With auto trading, you can set up that if you reach a certain threshold, it's automatically going to deliver that stuff to you, which is fantastic. There's tons of stuff here. And some of the other things, like this Tidlets one that we spent a long time on, that's not part of it anymore. They removed that entire storyline from the game. And there's a whole bunch of other changes. There's stuff here with combat changes. There's all kinds of stuff here that we can take a look at. But really, I wanted to explore this mode the most because I think it's fun and interesting and all of that. Especially if you take 2 kind of ships, like we could take this one and battle them together. And you can see that we have 2 of them here. So we're going to go one-on-one. We'll battle the same ships. I'm going to have this one be controlled by us. And then we'll battle and see exactly where we're at. There we go. All right, we're going to go into battle stations, call for those. Get our tactical menu open here. And we're going to just engage in some battle here. Now, this should be a pretty even fight because we have all of the things that you would think would... It's the same ship for the same ship. So it's going to come down to tactics on this one of how good and or bad we do. We can see that we've scored some hits on them. They have not scored as many ships on us, but that's going to be a problem for us. as we come alongside here. Oh yeah, look at all of the firepower happening. It's so fun. Uh-oh, they're turning. Come on, ship. Turn. We can get railguns on them if we hurry, because they're out of our range. Get the railguns. There we go. That's what we need. Oh, they're in trouble. They turned their back to us, which means we should be able to light them up pretty well here. Yeah, we're wrecking them, although we are getting wrecked as well. But we are doing the job we need to do here. And they've chosen poorly to be able to avoid where we're going and what we're doing here. So the only problem we have right now is our front cannons are toast. Let's go back out to this menu. You see that we lost all of this stuff. Hopefully we can get that repaired. But now we are in trouble. We are in lots of trouble at the current time because we need to try to make sure we have all of this stuff functioning. There we go. And we're going to bring this side on board. They're going to fire from their other one. And I really wish we would have targeted more of their main area there. There's only so much you can do. But let's go ahead and just try to see if we can take out their engines. Because if their engines are toast, they are toast. So we're going to try to swing around here. There we go. And we lost some engine power on the one side, so we're kind of crippled on one of the engines here. But it's so much fun to just go through and battle and see how good and or bad of a job you did designing stuff. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Their railguns are going to line us up there. You can see we are doing a good number on them, but they are also, if we take a look at us, doing a very good number on us. So it's just a matter of trying to reposition everything. And I really need to swing this thing all the way around. So we have this side that can now start firing. There we go. That's what we wanted to see. And we want to stay out of guns range if we can. Go. Their damage percentage is going up quickly. Uh-oh, we're gonna get in. Uh-oh, I made a bad decision. Bad decision. Now we're in railgun range. Yeah, that was a bad choice. All right, but if we can get around back. Oh, and it looks like our main cannons up front are back alive. Is that correct? There we go. Come on, baby. Oh, we are so close. But we are ripping them apart at this point. We are in on top of them, being able to fire away. Here we go. Come on, baby. Right now, we still are in better shape than what they are. And we're going to try to match them and use our front cannons here. There we go. We got another hauler. It's funny that other ships show up to the battles. Like, there's no reason for that ship to be here, but it's here. And that's okay. They're down to 46%. And our cannons are doing the job of what we need them to do right now. And I think they're trying to hide behind this hauler here. And we're not going to let them. We're just going to start ripping them apart. And keep them behind us. You saw that hauler just pieced out as soon as it had a chance to, because why would you want to be engaged in anything related to this hot mess of a fight? They are repairing themselves, which I do not want them to do. But I am also very happy to just sit here and let all of the weapons that are close to them just attack with reckless abandon as they try to rotate around and get to us. Goal right now is just to not allow them to do that. So we're going to keep this dance going. They're up to 89, 90s. Oh, yeah. Come on, baby. There we go. We destroyed our hostiles. We can get out of tactical mode. And we won the battle and the day. So, folks, that's the combat mode in this game. It's very fun. I'm very interested in exploring more of what this game has to offer with all this stuff. But that's kind of just the beginning stages of this. I appreciate you joining me here as we take a look at some of the new parts of the game. I want to go through and design my own ship. I think that's what's going to be the next video, is some type of design of a new ship. I want it to be like an automated mining ship is what my main goal is here. I want to try that out and see what happens. But you can see the spoils of war here. All their stuff that's left, we're going to go gather that up, and it will be ours. But folks, thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate your time, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.